Hello, everyone. My name is John Aslanis. I'm co-founder of VFLOW, and today we have a special honor to have Chris Kyriacou with us, the customer experience team leader of 3Commas. Chris, nice to have you. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation.
Thanks so much for having me on, John. It's a pleasure.
Great. Thank you very much. It was one of our priorities to start, a series of interviews with our strategic partners and start explaining to our audience a little bit more about who we are, what we do, what our partners do, and how important it is, to have strong technology behind what you do in the crypto industry. But before we start with any questions, I would just love to learn more about how you started your journey in crypto and how you came to connect your ways with 3Commas in the end and start your collaboration with them.
Yeah, that's a really great question. I'd worked in IT for several years before hearing about crypto, and a few of my friends and colleagues had mentioned it. But as we know in IT, things happen on very short cycles, and things can be very popular for a couple of years and then they fade away. And with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in particular, it was something that never sort of faded away. And so I initially sort of ignored it. And as time went on, I took it more seriously, especially after the bull run towards the end of 2017. And that's when I really started sort of looking into it myself. And I first started using 3Commas as a normal standard user. Just came across the platform through one of the YouTube content creators. I think I just saw a video about it one day. And that started me off on researching sort of what bot platforms were available, because I was working full time and I wanted something that could monitor these 24/7 markets while I was at work and while I was unable to do other things. So having a software there that could be reliable, always on 24 hours a day and monitoring the markets was just fantastic. I can't really say I had much of a trading strategy at the time because I was still learning about things and learning about technical analysis and what you can do with coins and what you can't do with coins. Yeah, so it's really interesting. So around June 2018, I created an account with 3Commas and started playing around with the bots and getting myself into some trouble before figuring things out.
It's always there, trouble in
over the coming months. Yeah, but it's one of those things you can't just expect to jump into crypto and immediately become, Lambo and Ferrari.
Correct.
So you have to learn the hard way. And I'm definitely the kind of person that learns through experience. I can read things, I can understand things, and I do my research, but it's only when you start putting things into action that you can really, truly appreciate things. Because in your mind as a normal person, when you're reading about trading, you think, oh, I buy at 100, I sell at 110. Easy. I buy low and I sell high. But then when you start trading in real life, you realize, oh my God, there's things like slippage and low liquidity to worry about. And this coin's just been delisted that I've been trading for 3 weeks off my favorite exchange. What do I do? So yeah, there was plenty of things that you learn through experience, and you can read about them, but they don't really make sense to you until they happen to you. And then you learn from that experience and then move it on and build it into other sort of strategies and approaches you take.
Of course.
So,
You're
yeah,
so right. You're so right, Chris.
Yeah, that was in June 2018. And I think I was a very active member of the 3Commas community in Telegram. There was very lively discussions going on all the time. What's the best way to use a bot? What settings people were using? What success they were having? Which exchanges they were trading on? And so, yeah, through that sort of discussion over the next year, I don't know whether I got a name for myself, but there was a few of us at the time that were really sort of very active in the community. And then I think a job opening offered within the support team at 3Commas in September 2019, and I applied for it, and the rest is history. I've been there since then.
Amazing.
And
A lot of us who were involved in the industry around the same time, I got involved in 2017 in July during my summer holidays. And we got so passionate about the projects we liked, but a lot of us wanted to work on these projects as well. So I truly get what you're saying. It was truly amazing. And by the way, that's a great pass. When did 3Commas start its operation actually as a company? When it started deploying this bots platform? And currently, how many active users does 3Commas have nowadays?
so, yeah, it's a really great question. So 3Commas started out in 2017, but the sort of story began a lot earlier than that because our CEO, Yuri, he learned about Bitcoin like over 10 years ago, and he began mining Bitcoin and Ethereum, and he was accumulating all these coins. But he was also concerned because the market would fluctuate wildly. It's very volatile. And one day you could be in great profits with the coins that have been mined, and the next day it could crash and take weeks to recover again. And if you could have sold the coins that you'd mined while the prices were good, then you could avoid sitting on much less profits if you sold later when the market was down. And so that sort of triggered an idea with him and one of his very technical friends that came up with the sort of idea of automating buying and selling coins that eventually became 3Commas, and 3Commas was sort of launched for the public to use in 2017. So we've been going quite a long time now, 7 years in the crypto world is very long.
It's a lot, especially when you take under consideration the fact that a lot of projects, crypto projects that start in the crypto space doesn't survive the first 2 years. It's amazing that 3Commas have emerged to, a big stakeholder of the industry, especially when it comes to automating, trading automation, which is quite important. And I think the crypto community didn't realize how trading automation is crucial, especially during 2018, where we had the bear market. You could only make money only for sorting the market. Till then, we didn't have short long bots. We only had accumulation and to the moon, and that was the philosophy around of the crypto community at that time. But after that, I think trading automation came into play a lot. And how many users do you currently have?
We have hundreds of thousands of users. We believe we're probably the biggest, if not the biggest, automated trading platform with the most amount of users.
I think you have above 200,000 from what I remember lately from the stats I was looking into.
Yes, yeah, that's right. I mean, we don't really disclose exact numbers because we don't want to sort of give all the information away to.
Of course. I've done my little research because, as I told you, I'm a 3Commas fan. So at sometimes you wrote how many users you had. This is why I had noted this down.
And it can be quite difficult to put an exact number on things because we have people within our community of cryptocurrency. We have lots of different types of traders. We have people that are scalped like 24/7. We have people that are more into the strategic placing of orders where they might swing trade over several days or even weeks. They buy the asset very low and they wait for it to surge and then they start picking their exit points. And then we have like the hodlers that just accumulate their coins. They track their portfolios, and at certain times they'll then choose whether to sell them or to move from one currency to another and then ride the next wave. So it's very difficult because like daily active users, people that are creating trades every day, that can only show you so much, but crypto is a much bigger variety of people and traders and trading styles out there.
Of course. And coming to this, which are the services that currently 3Commas offers?
So yeah, we do portfolio tracking where you can track your exchange accounts or your like Ethereum-based wallets, and we support other wallets like Tron and I think BSC chain. We also have the ability for traders to create their own virtual wallets where they can put in coins that they're interested in and then track the performance if they had actually bought, $1,000 of this, $1,000 of that, and how that would have done over time. We have our smart trading tool, which is where you can create the complete trading plan and you input it all into the smart trade, create the trade, and that will manage the buying of the coins and then selling at specific profit levels that you set. You can set up to 8 take profit levels for each trade.
Amazing.
You can also build in stop loss and use trailing take profit and trailing stop loss. So you can really execute your entire trading plan. If you're that kind of person that looks at the coins and say, I'm going to buy $1,000 of this coin when it hits the price for 100, and then I want to sell, 125, 150, 175, and 200, you can build all of that into your plan, save it in a smart trade, and it will do all the execution for you. So you don't have to like sit by the computer panicking when the price moves up and you've got bad connection and what do you do? Because your smart trade is there just 24/7 monitoring the market. As soon as your price targets are hit, it will execute those orders for you.
Amazing, amazing. And I think
And
you also have
obviously,
this fast connect tool that is used to
yeah.
connect reliably to any exchange, which is
So
again very, very important.
that's right. Fast Connect is like a one or two button click process to link your exchange account securely to 3Commas so that you don't expose things like API keys and secrets. And also, with the integration that we have with our exchange partners, we can do things like apply IP whitelisting for the security of the API keys, but that can be done automatically for you. So you don't have to copy and paste settings backwards and forwards and potentially get things wrong. And we do have a new innovation coming for our Binance exchange users that will allow users to sign in with their Binance accounts to 3Commas. And if they're a new user, they can automatically link 3Commas to their Binance accounts when they create their account on 3Commas. So instead of signing in with like Apple or signing in with Google, you can sign in with Binance and it will just do everything for a new user. So that'll avoid some of the confusion that can occur along the way, because people are very excited when they hear about 3Commas. They want to start using the bots immediately,
Right away.
but it can be frustrating when they sort of log in, then they have to find, where do I go to create an API key? And just having this process automated for them is going to make their lives a lot easier.
But very important, and let me here add and give you some moments to breathe. So Fast Connect, guys, it's really important because in the previous years we had a lot of exchanges had a lot of problems with unrestricted IP addresses, meaning that initially when trading was not so much, let's say, famous and a growth in the market, they had, these unrestricted IP addresses trading. So you sent your signal and it was okay, but then because of hundreds of thousands of signals coming in every moment, they had to restrict the IP address, meaning that you could also use a copy trading platform, not 3Commas, and send your order, and the order may not go through. So in order to solve these problems and create trust, 3Commas did this Fast Connect, which is quite easy, because if you got engaged in crypto in the early 2017-18, or even previous years, you could understand that their compatibility of the systems, meaning that not everything is compatible, not everything connects easy. You have to write code, you have to do a lot of things that are frustrating for a simple user. So having this specific tool that Binance users will sign in just 3Commas with their account, it's amazing. And I think this is the way that you're going to go also with your other strategic partners as well. It's quite easy.
Yeah,
and
we have two other exchanges that also support Fast Connect, and we're always willing to work with exchange partners to create the most secure trading environment as possible for the users. And one thing to add to your great list of items you mentioned is that being in crypto for a while, you know about things like clipboard hijacking, which is where users might copy like a wallet address for a coin. They want to send a coin to a friend, but malware on their PCs can change the addresses so that instead of sending the coin to your friend, when you paste the address into your wallet or exchange, it changes the address to some third party that you don't know, and they end up with your coins. And so Fast Connect was another way that we can protect our users from those sort of malware issues that can happen when they're browsing the various different parts of the crypto sphere and the interesting websites that some people end up on.
Of course, they always go to interesting sites because they want to explore exotic projects. So be aware, guys, don't go to exotic sites for exotic projects, because your coins might end up to some exotic destination and not your wallet. Chris, can you share some more details about the DCA bot? It's one of your, I think, oldest services, the DCA bot, and how people use it.
Yeah, absolutely. The DCA bot is really great for automating, I wouldn't say basic strategy, but if you have a strategy that you want to, say, buy when the RSI is low on a specific time frame, then your bot can monitor all of the coins that you allow it to trade. So you might have maybe the top 100 cryptocurrency coins on your exchange by volume traded per day. So you can create a bot, add those coin pairs to it, and then you can set it to buy those coins when the price is within a certain range, or you might have it so that when a technical indicator is at a certain value, it will then start a new trade for that specific coin. And you can schedule the take profit settings. Again, we support multiple take profit for our DCA bots now. That was a fairly new addition that our users have been asking for some time, and our team were able to deliver that. We're always listening for feedback from our community to make our tools more powerful to do the things that they want to do and achieve with their trading, but also more reliably execute the orders, because there can be issues with some coins being like low liquidity and stuff like that, that our bots have to understand how they can work with those coins. So the user doesn't have to think so hard about the technical side of the trading. The bot will handle that for them.
Of course.
The other thing you can use with our DCA bots, they're very flexible, and they can be used with external signals such as TradingView that can trigger the start and also the closing of deals. So yeah, they're one of our most, but they are the most popular bot on our platform, and they still fit a very defined role that traders have and expect from automated bots.
It's amazing. My DCA bots are my favorite. You know that from the team. We invested heavily in the 3Commas DCA bot because it's reliable. And let me share here with our viewers that you can use the code that 3Commas generates, short codes, after you finalize a DCA bot, and you can actually design and build a good trading view strategy to connect with the DCA bot. And actually, what we've done in VFLOW is that we created our trading engine, which is our trading view strategy, and we used the code template from DCA bot to add it to our strategy, meaning that we simplified how you can create long and short bots, because we use DCA bots for futures trading. And also DCA bot was the first, I think, automated bot in the crypto industry to have the trailing take profit, which you couldn't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
You also now have the reinvest profit, meaning that the bot can automatically adjust your limits and invest 100% of your balance. And you also now have the minimum profit, which is that the bots can secure your profits, even if it says that you won't make the profit, then it will close the trade and secures you at last, let's say, the percentage of minimum profit that you will set. Another interesting things that you guys are always adding, and what I love is that you listen to us, whatever we speak, you are there to listen, to improve. And this is what I love with the team and, you know, the philosophy of the company. And as I mentioned, DCA is our favorite. We invested heavily in connecting the DCA bot, meaning that you can use the bot ID only, and that's it. You can paste the long ID, short ID, and that's it. You can execute the trades. Let's go to the newest addition, which is the Signal bot.
I just wanted to mention one quick thing. Some breaking news for you on your channel is that we're adding an update to DCA bot soon that will allow you to find the price that a limit order will start the DCA bot at. So if your indicators, your trading view strategies actually create specific price targets that the bot should start the trade at, you can now send that, or you will be able to send that soon.
Amazing.
So you heard it here first, people.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Find that exciting, yeah.
And it isn't because he has Greek Cypriot origin, because we are so good partners. And thank you very much for sharing this. It's amazing. I will look into this as soon as you launch it. This is a fact. Let's go to the Signal bot, which I should also share that we had the pleasure to participate in the research group around the Signal bot. And please tell us more about it. I think it simplifies a lot how to set up a bot and, you know, deploy a long short bot without a lot of hassle.
Yeah, so there's a couple of really great things that differentiates the Signal bot from DCA bots. It is designed solely to execute strategies and signals that people like yourself that have spent many months and years sometimes developing a bulletproof trading strategy. It may not be profitable 100% of the time, because no strategy is profitable 100% of the time. But what it will do is give you more control over the intricate way your strategy works, so that you have to make less compromises when you want to connect that to a bot in order to automate those trades. So, for example, we have two main modes the Signal bot can work. One is with a very basic sort of indicator style functionality, where you can use TradingView, but not just TradingView. You can use other platforms such as If This Then That, which is like a conditions-based platform that can look at social media feeds, and it can see Elon's made a tweet about Dogecoin today, and so it's going to moon at least for the next 24 hours. So you might set up If This Then That to monitor Twitter, and as soon as like Elon tweets about Doge, it will send a signal to your Signal bot to open a trade. And so the first type of signal bot you can create is indicator based only, which will just use the signal to start the trade, but you can define the take profit settings, the stop loss, and like stop loss to break even, all within the bot settings that you configure. And then you just need the one signal that says go and start the deal. The other interesting thing with Signal Bot is you can execute a full-on strategy that is created at the moment, for example, using TradingView, because most people will know that. Strategies can be created that will start a deal, and if the price drops, it'll buy more of the coins with like the pyramiding of orders. And then as price rises, it'll start slowly selling off parts of the position in the most profitable areas. So you can actually automate all of those more in-depth strategies that have more steps to automate with Signal Bot. So that's where it differs slightly from DCA Bot. DCA Bot is more sort of accessible to somebody just getting started to crypto, or in times when you know the market is really bullish. So you just need a reliable bot that will just open new deals and close them as they hit the take profit targets. So the DCA bots are very quick and easy to set up for those bullish periods in the market where, to be honest, any signal that you start to deal with will eventually end in a profit because the market is just trending upwards. Signal Bot is more like a scalpel when you have very precise signals and trading strategy you want to execute. And we're really excited about Signal Bot. We think it won't appeal to everybody. It'll appeal to more the power users, the more experienced technical traders.
The experts, let's say.
Well, they don't need to be an expert, but as long as you have like a strategy you've been working on and you're looking at something flexible enough that can automate that strategy, Signal Bot is for you.
Of course,
so
definitely.
Some users might not find it very interesting and will just keep with the DCA bots. Again, if you're profitable with DCA bots, you might look at Signal Bot to move that profitable strategy over to Signal Bot to make it even more profitable for you. But DCA Bot still has its place, but Signal Bot also has a very clear place within our specific, as mentioned earlier, 3Commas has so many users with various skill levels, various styles of trading. We just want to give people the tools that are flexible enough to do the things that they want to do and achieve. And if it doesn't, please let us know. We love to have feedback.
Oh, you're doing an excellent work, and I think Signal Bot is the future. The fact that you can connect with it specific parameters outside of the classical TradingView indicator strategy. That's amazing. That means that you have heavily used AI to integrate this, and this makes it much more complete and adjustive to the market, the trends, and the shift of the emotions in the crypto industry. Because you have, crypto news, a crypto site goes out with an extra news, and that's it. The price will move. And you should always be aware of these external facts that may affect your trade, because it always happens. And saying that, let's come down to this question that is always a debate. Is it better to have automated trading? And what will be the advantages of automated trading against manual trading? So what would you, from your experience as a trader, which solution would you go for?
This is such a great question, because I don't know whether I'm a typical trader, but I actually use every single one of 3Commas tools. When I know that there's an opportunity on like Ethereum or Bitcoin and the price maybe falls 10% in a day, that's when I'm interested and I'm starting to create a smart trade, and I'll create strategic levels to buy more coins as the price falls, which I can do with smart trade. And I can set the take profit targets to like 50% higher, because I believe Bitcoin will be increasing in value as time goes on. And so really any time is a good time to buy Bitcoin. You can have better times, like when the price falls much lower, that maximizes your profit. But I think just slowly starting to accumulate more and more Bitcoin won't be a bad thing, because in the future it will always be worth more. And the same thing with like Ethereum, these big name coins that aren't going to be delisted from an exchange, that aren't likely to be more heavily regulated than they already are. So they're less risky to trade in an environment where everything is risky. So I use smart trades for that. DCA bots, I have very simple scalping strategies that are proven to work. So I use my DCA bots to automate my scalping strategies, which aren't going for like more than maybe a couple of % profit per trade, but just the repetition of the trades. And I actually have my DCA bot set up to take profit in the base currency. So if I'm trading Bitcoin or Ethereum, it will take profit in Bitcoin or Ethereum and not USDT or US dollars or whatever fiat. So yeah, that's what I use those for. For the more complicated things, the Signal bot is there. So I have one Signal bot running with a strategy that I'm working on at the moment. We support our demo accounts with Signal bot now, so I can actually leave that running for a few months just to generate trading data and history using the strategy. And then I can compare the results with the back testing and just see how things line up and whether anything can be optimized before launching that for live use. And grid bots, I love grid bots. I'm very busy. When I'm at work, my focus is 100% on our customers and the team that I manage with my colleague, and our focus is the customers. So I can't be looking at the markets other than like looking into user issues or things that they're mentioning. And so I'm looking at the charts for that, but not for my own trading, which is where the grid bot comes in, because that I love setting the grid bots up with a big range and just let them run. I think the longest I had a grid bot running was 18 months.
Amazing.
Just a profitable grid bot, 18 months trading a coin. I don't know if I can even remember the coin it was trading. It was just going on for that long that it just generated the most incredible amounts of profit for not much work, in that you spend 10 minutes thinking about creating it, you set it up, let it go, and then eventually the coin will move out of your grid. And then you stop, reassess, look at what you want to reinvest, start a new grid bot in a different market. But I do like grid bot, particularly on Litecoin. It's not the most exciting of coins, but that can be a good thing. You just need it to move within a range, and then it's perfect for grid bot. And I look at the weekly charts to get the highs and lows and set it in and just let it run. And I don't have to think about it. It's just working 24/7, making the trades as and when the price moves up or down. It just works fantastic for me. I have like 3 or 4 grid bots running at all times.
Amazing. You have a full
use
portfolio of
all
bots,
of the tools. And yeah, and the other thing that really drew me to 3Commas when I first started using it, I had accounts on BitMEX, on Binance, on Huobi. I had accounts everywhere, and having to log into them. And when I was on the move on my iPhone or tablet, having the tabs open, then 2FA, and then email coming in with a code. And you're like, I want to make a trade now, but I've got to jump through all these hurdles just to get logged into the exchange. And then I have to remember, how does that exchange work? Because it's been a couple of weeks since I placed an order, and its interface is different to the exchange I use every day, like maybe Binance. But that's where 3Commas came in, because it's like what I call a hypervisor for your exchanges. So you connect 3Commas to your exchanges. You have one interface to learn. You don't need to log into each account with 2FA. You just log in with your 2FA to 3Commas, and then you can open your trades up, monitor all of your trades across all your exchanges from one place. And it just makes your life so much easier as a trader, not having to learn all the different buttons and where they're located in the different exchange interfaces. Can make your life a lot easier.
Of course, user experience is a key to crypto adoption, and not only that. So having that, let's start with that. It's amazing. I'm with you 100% when you want to trade on different exchanges. It's impossible to log out, go with 2FA. It's a nightmare. And most importantly, I think that setting up your own automated strategies and be able to, spend time with your family, do your business, whatever you have to do, is really important, because no one has, I think, the mental power and the mental strength to stay on the screen 24/7 to watch the trade. You must do your research, do your back testing, and have under consideration that eventually everything is math and everything is, let's say, algorithmic moves of these coins. And I'm also 100% with you when it comes to trading only on large cap cryptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and let's say top 10, top 20. Ethereum was always, my favorite to set up my trading bots. And I realized that one thing, that you have to deploy something to see if it works or not. Second, don't just rely on back testing. Sometimes you have to prove, in order to prove your case, like we did with our bots, we have to show real P&L. So if someone has designed the bot, ask him, of course, what's your P&L? And also sometimes, especially when it comes to other platforms, not 3Commas, what you see in backtesting is not always the actual result. So only trust what you see in 3Commas, because that's the real orders and and actual orders rather than backtesting in any platform. It's not always reliable. And I'm with you 100%. And I also fell in love with bots. I spent almost 4 years of my life trying to perfect the trading engine that we currently have. And because I knew that, the idea of having my algorithm running through 3Commas on my exchange without me having to be there, and that's, I think, the ultimate thing, because the most priceless thing in life is time. So spend time, invest in your strategies, and let them work for you instead of sitting in front of a chart all the time. Of course, always have in mind that, let's say, when you say indicator, it isn't the best thing to do, because when you convert it to a strategy, you see that it doesn't work. You might work on the screen and say, oh, wow, that's a perfect indicator. I will use it for trading. No, if you actually try to make it a strategy, try to automate it, it won't work initially. You have to always make adjustments. And as I told, finally, the most important thing is to be able to have time and not be there, because I think that, the weakness in trading sometimes is always the human factor, meaning that you might see a trading open and then you get afraid and say, I will close it earlier, and you lose the move, or vice versa. So I'm with you with automated trading 100%. So let's discuss about what are your future steps for 3Commas? What are you thinking of designing, and what kind of new products do you have in mind?
Well, at the moment,
if you can share with us.
I can only say some things, because some things are still like in development, or we're playing our cards close to our chest, in that we don't want to announce anything till we're ready to move with something. Of course. It's really difficult in the crypto industry because things move so quickly. And by the time you have an idea, you develop it, you test it thoroughly, and then release it, you can lose maybe the initial sort of first mover advantage. But we don't want to release things that are untested for our users. We want to have solid products to release and have our users interact with. So one of the things we've been working on at the moment is really optimizing all of our trading tools and putting in features, and really actively going to the community and requesting their feedback. What do they like? What don't they like? And optimizing things like the placing of orders to make that faster, and adding more features to the existing tools that people know and use every day. Yeah, so we're always looking for the next thing to work on. SignalBot was our latest innovation, building off the strengths of the GridBot. So yeah, you just have to watch this space at the moment.
Yes, we'll be watching you. No worries. But, I know very well from first hand.
Yeah, over the next over the coming months, just look at our existing tools getting even better, adding more features to do the things that you really want to do. And again, as I mentioned earlier, please, if you have any suggestions, you want to see something improved because it would benefit your trading, please do let us know so that we can make a note of it.
Of course, we'll do so. Chris, you mentioned something that I want to share. It's a technical issue mostly, but it makes a difference. You mentioned the speed of sending a signal, and here's something that I want to mention is that to our audience is that sending a signal through an API connection, which is done through the Fast Connect feature with 3Commas, is far more better than webhook signaling, which is not the same thing, because people tend to not understand the difference, but there is a difference, and this is I always say to my audience, guys, invest in tools, meaning that buy a tool like 3Commas, invest in it, because when you invest in something, it will work out. If you try it for solutions like webhook signals and that kind of stuff, it's like all of you sending a signal through the same gate. Where API connection and Fast Connect is sending through your own gate, your signal, meaning that the exchange will act faster rather than a web signal. So that's a great difference, which, it's a technical one. But guys, if you want to send signals to your exchange fast and reliable, go through 3Commas and Fast Connect. Don't try other solutions. It won't work. I'm telling you, because I've tried everything. So
but this is it. I mean, when you build your own solution, you develop it yourself, or you download it or find it somewhere on the internet, you run it on your own machine, and then you have a power cut. Then no trading happens, but you had a futures trade open. So how does it then get the closing signal before it gets liquidated? because you have no power, so you have no internet, your machine's off. Or you look at hosting something in the cloud yourself, and there's additional costs and maintenance periods that you have to worry about. So, you know, it's very important to use an automated bot platform that has, you know, very good infrastructure and pays for the best providers of the cloud services, top quality, with things like protection from DDoS attacks, such as 3Commas, that is built on mainly AWS services with CloudFront to handle the web services side of things, to make it just super reliable. And it's very costly putting a fast infrastructure together like that, and probably out of the reach of most casual traders. So, you know, you have all the benefits of this high technology, but without all the costs associated with it.
Amazing.
But by all means, people can look at things like Tab Trader, I think, which used to automate your web browser to place trades, but then your web browser has an update and then it misses an entry or misses the exit, and you just drive yourself crazy.
Of course. The most painful thing to see a signal not going through and your setup's not working. But with 3Commas, you don't have such problems. What would be your advice to someone that starts his automating trading career right now? What you will share with them based on what your feedback is from the users? And let me also add here that your customer experience team is great. All the guys are great. I've worked with them multiple times. They help me every time and very fast. So great work you are doing there. On HR, the guys are great. And what would be your advice to someone that starts now his journey in automated trading? And what are the most common problems that you see that the users have, or the mistakes they do?
I think most users are so excited when they first get access to 3Commas and all of the tools that it offers. They just want to have every tool running immediately. If they create a bot, they want the bot to have 100 trades open. And when you're new to trading, you don't have time to sit and assess, and was that deal a good deal to open? Is that coin the best coin to trade? If you have a bot that you set up that can trade up to 200 coins and it opens up to 50 trades or whatever that you set as the maximum amount that your bot can trade, you then have to manage each of these deals. So you're having a look at like one of 50 deals, and you have pages of deals running, and it's very easy to get lost with all that information. So you should always start, you know, gently, have some confidence, build the confidence, and then build the knowledge to go along with that before you start really deciding. If you want to run 1,000 bots a day, that's fine. You can run 1,000 bots a day, but you just have to be aware that you have to at least be able to monitor and report on them. How effective are these bots? If you've got 1,000 trades a day opening up, that's a lot of data you're going to review to see how can I optimize this further. I would say thank you for the compliment for our customer service team.
It's a fact. It's a true.
But one thing that we find is also a great compliment is that people will write to us sometimes instead of their exchange, because it can take like 24 hours to get a response from the exchange. So sometimes they'll write to us because they know that our team will try and respond as fast as they can within a few minutes usually. And it's something that we pride ourselves on. There's not many crypto companies or exchanges that have that personalized service and 24/7. So, you know, it's something that we're quite proud that we do offer, and is very important to us that we have always a human approach. We do use some AI to help with the routine standard sort of questions that people ask, but if that isn't of use to them or doesn't answer their question, they will get through to a real person that will handle their issue. The other important piece of advice I would give to new traders that are starting is to look at the crypto communities. Find one that you like, join a community, be part of the community, be active, listen to other people's experiences, and learn through the hard lessons that other people have learned before you maybe yourself. So like your community, the VFLOW community, is very powerful, and it gives people that instant advantage when they're interested in trading, but they don't quite know how. The amount of knowledge that they'll get in a few hours of joining that community will spend them weeks, days and weeks of
It took us 4
experimenting
years
by
to reach
themselves.
this level of
Well,
experience.
that's before we even mention like your strategy that you use to great effect already. But just that extra boost that they get from the knowledge that they can learn and the educational content that you've spent time and put together to help people succeed, because it's in everybody's interest to succeed. You know, what they say, the rising tide lifts all boats. And so if everybody's doing well, there's more volume in the markets, people are trading successfully. The more successful trading, you know, the less fear that the media can put out about people not understanding cryptocurrency or not understanding what they're doing, and the regulations from the different governments that try to protect their citizens from the dangers of trading, because they think the citizens are uninformed. They don't know what they're doing, so they must be protected from themselves. And by increasing the overall education within the community, hopefully that will have a positive impact on the regulations, the new regulations that seem to be coming out every few months, that maybe some of us may consider a hindrance rather than a help. But that's purely from a trading personal point of view.
I would agree with you.
Free markets.
I would agree with you. I think regulating the market is a very sensitive case, meaning that if you over-regulate it, you destroy the market. And may I also share that with all our audience is that when you begin your journey in crypto trading, you just have to step away from the myth that you have to have a bot with 1,000 trades per day. The important thing is your success rate and your profit factor, and of course the time frame which you're going to set up your bot to trade. And it's better to have less trades and more successful ones rather than 1,000 trades and pay all the fees, and you guys have to take under consideration the fees. And not only that, and you know, the small time frames are far more sensitive, and you can see reversals very fast. And always remember that any technical indicator, any bot reacts to the market. So the market moves and the bot reacts. You don't predict, which is quite different. So you have to have that in mind and be able to set up your strategy. And this is why in VFLOW, we spend so much time to invest in education. We have our trading masterclass where we teach people how to use 3Commas and how to set up their bots. And now it's far more easy than our first masterclass. You know, in our first masterclass, we had the reversal bot, meaning that we have to copy paste the JSON script, but now that's not the case, just the short and long bot IDs. And we also explain the trading strategy, meaning that you better go for a strong swing trade or reversal on a big time frame. For a small take profit, like you mentioned, Chris, personally, I go for 1.5% take profit, and that's it. And I prefer to build some lever on that rather than expect for the bot to move 20% up or 40% up or this kind of things. We are really honored to work with you. As I mentioned, the team is great, not only you and the rest of the team. We'll be working closely with you for around now 1 year. We participate in the Signal Board research. We are also making some discussion about the future plans, which of course we're not going to say anything about that. And as I will last say that it's always important to invest in tools. So having 3Commas with so many years of experience, thousands of users, you have a very active Telegram community. I'm there all the time. Guys are great there as well. It's important to invest in tools, be able to share your knowledge, listen to other people that have gone through hard times with trading in general, and always have in mind that the better research you do, the better results you're going to come up with. Yeah. Chris, I want to thank you very much for your presence today in our show. It's been amazing to hear what you had to say, your experience, because you know you are the front person and you hear what the audience has to say, the trading community has to say, and it's really important what you said, and all the strategies that you're going to set up. I'm jealous. I'm going to set up also a portfolio with grid bots and smart trades as well. I'm going to look at it right now. Thank you very much for everything, and it's been an honor to have you here. And we are looking forward to seeing the next developments of 3Commas, and of course, invite you again in the near future to share more updates. Thank you very much for your participation today.
Thank you. It's been so enjoyable. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.